Welcome to Bedtime Fairy Fails, where every fail deserves a tale. I'm Kim. This story comes from Ray Flinders. Most D&D players are familiar with the spell Eldritch Blast. But for those of you who aren't, the most important thing to know for this story is that it's a roll-to-hit spell. And for this one particular warlock named Malethir, luck is just not on his side. I give you Eldritch Blast Only Hits when it's inconvenient. Once upon a time, there was a group of heroes who had been traveling together for months. They'd battled monsters, saved towns, cleared dungeons, all the usual D&D things. Except the whole time, there was a common theme. Malethir always tried to use Eldritch Blast, and it almost always missed. The few times it did hit, though, it did an insane amount of damage, like catastrophic amounts. But every single time, it was super inconvenient. Trying to capture a bad guy? He's dead now. Trying to break down a door? Now the whole room has collapsed. And on one occasion that no one likes to talk about, a very embarrassing Marilyn Monroe moment.
Oh my.
But the time I'm going to tell you about tonight starts with an abandoned temple. Our heroes have been exploring the temple for a while now. They found the usual treasures, traps, bad guys, and of course, very little success had been had by Malethir with his Eldritch Blast. As the heroes are walking down a hallway, one of them notices the wall looks a little strange. They take a minute to investigate and discover a hidden chamber.
Look, a hidden chamber.
The paladin and the bard are assigned to stand watch in the hallway, while the warlock and the barbarian go inside and down the stairs to explore. Now, the first thing they notice when they enter the room is this giant pile of corpses. They all seem to be piling on top of each other as if trying to reach this one central object. Our heroes take a closer look and see it's some kind of strange, hollow artifact. It's right in the center of this room, surrounded by this mountain of corpses, and it just gives everyone the willies. So what do? They decide to try and take it with them, of course. The barbarian tries moving it. He pushes, he pulls, he lifts. Nothing. Then he tries digging it out. That doesn't work either. Clearly, they aren't going to get this thing out with brute force alone. The party contemplates and discusses their next move.
Check it for clues.
Says the barbarian, but they find nothing.
I don't know what else to try.
Malethir chimes in with,
I'm gonna hit it with Eldritch Blast.
the barbarian is skeptical.
Is this really a good idea?
He asks. Malethir says,
Definitely.
Okay then.
the barbarian says. The warlock turns to look at the artifact. Surely he won't actually hit it. But I mean, if he does, what's the worst that could happen? I'm about to tell you what the worst that could happen was. Malethir shoots 2 bolts at the object. And they both hit. But not only do they hit, they both critically hit. As soon as the blast hits the object, it explodes. Corpses and body parts fly everywhere as the room begins to collapse. The bard and the paladin come running down the stairs to see what's going on. They see the other 2 running up the stairs at them, halfway down. The paladin looks at the barbarian.
Eldritch Blast?
He asks.
Yep.
The walls around them are caving in. Most of the party dodges them, but poor Malethir gets trapped. The barbarian and the bard are furiously digging to free poor Malethir from the consequences of his own actions. The paladin is using all of his strength to try and stop the walls from completely caving in and crushing them. Finally, after what felt like hours, Malethir is free. They all rush up the stairs and out to safety, barely making it out alive. The paladin looks at the warlock and says,
Nice going, Malethir.
The end. This story comes from Kirsten in Seattle, and it's about a party who find themselves caught up in the world of what ifs and maybes. So strap in for this very crazy ride. I give you Bear Door. Once upon a time, there were a group of heroes fighting their way through a big bad evil guy's lair. Which, I mean, what else do you find in role-playing lairs? Our party had spent hours fighting goblins and dodging traps. It was really a bonding experience. They had never felt closer. That is, until they encountered the adversary that almost ripped their party apart. The group came upon an area that was completely empty except for one door. The door was wooden, it was reinforced, and it had a sign on it. The sign said, "Do not open Bear Door." Our heroes looked at the door for a few moments, silently contemplating. Then, the discussion began. Initially, it was calm and reasonable.
Hey, guys. I think there's a bear back there.
I don't think there's a bear back there. Did you see the size of those goblins? They couldn't wrestle with a bear.
I'm pretty sure there's a bear back there.
I'm telling you, there's not a bear back there.
What if there's a bear guarding a treasure?
What if there's not a bear guarding a treasure? What if the sign on the door is just to deter people?
Guys, I'm pretty sure there's just a bear back there. It's the most likely thing.
I'm telling you, it's treasure. There's treasure behind the bear.
I agree with her. There's definitely not a bear back there.
Is that what she said?
I wonder if the bear's magical or just a regular bear. But yeah, there's definitely a bear back there.
But how would we know if the treasure's even worth it?
I don't think there's a treasure back there. I think there's a bear back there.
There isn't a bear back there. There might be treasure. I think we need to open it. The sign is a decoy.
Then the discussion got a little more heated.
Why would they just put a bear in a room?
Well, you wouldn't put the bear in the hallway where it could destroy everything. You'd have to lock it behind a door. And what better door than one that's affixed with a sign that says Bear Door?
See, well, what if they're just trying to keep people away from their pet bear?
If there's a bear in there, I want to pet it.
That's stupid. No bear's gonna let you pet it, it'll just bite your hand off.
Worth it.
You know what's not worth it? The treasure in there.
If there's a bear in there, I'll eat my hat. There is no bear.
If there's a bear in there, he'll eat us all.
It's clearly a trap. There's no treasure, there's just a bear, maybe a magical bear, that just wants to kill us, so the goblins don't have to.
That's so dumb. Why would the bear be magical? If they had a magical bear, it would be where people could see it or they could use it.
It says Bear Door on the sign. There's a bear in there. Why else would there be a sign that says Bear Door?
The sign is meant as a distraction.
Of course they're distracting us. They don't want us to get the treasure.
There's a bear behind the door that's labeled Bear Door. What more do you want?
I didn't realize that you had true sight and could see behind the damn door.
I don't have true sight, but at least I don't have dumb sight. There's a bear behind that door.
Take that back, idiot. There's no bear.
Guys, it doesn't matter because the treasure cannot be worth it.
There's probably not a treasure. It doesn't say Bear Door, parentheses, also treasure inside, in parentheses. It says Bear Door.
Oh, since when are goblins were good at grammar?
Look, there's a bear, there's a door. One of them is behind the other. We can see the door. We can't see the bear. Therefore, there is a bear behind that door.
And then the discussion got a little weird.
Maybe the bear is the door.
That's stupid, it's clearly wood.
Maybe it's a sentient bear.
Guys, what if they mean like the fabulous kind? They were wearing leather armor.
Yeah. Hey, guys. Why don't you come meet me at the bear door and we'll cross swords?
You guys are being ridiculous. There is a bear behind the door.
What makes a bear anyway? Is it claws, fangs, fur? Maybe it's in there and it's lonely and it needs a hug.
I want to hug a bear.
Yeah, we might let you.
If the bear is smart and we open the door and we kill it, Is it just the same as killing a person? Is it murder?
It'd probably be self-defense, though.
Does it count as self-defense if we open the door?
But if it is an intelligent bear and it's just like us, maybe we can reason with it.
Animals aren't sentient. You can't murder animals. There's an animal behind that door called a bear. It says so on the sign. It's a bear door. There's a bear behind the door. Why does no one listen to me?
Guys, what if the real bear is the friends we've made along the way?
Like it was in our heart all along? Like a spiritual war bear?
Like a fairy god bear?
No! Like a bear. Like a bear behind the door. I'm speaking to myself at this point. I am insane. There's a bear behind the door and nobody believes me.
I think you need to chill, man.
What?
Finally, the rogue, who was kind of the unofficial leader, yelled.
Guys, stop. I unlocked it.
Everyone freezes. The heroes slowly open the door. They creep inside and get attacked by a bear. The end. Thanks for listening. To submit a fail, email me at bedtimefairyfails@gmail.com or message me on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram as Bedtime Fairy Fails and Twitter as BT Fairy Fails.